Hey everyone, my name is Mike, this is Dirty Cook Studio, and this is Devtober Week 2. So this week, we are going to be knocking out the sound manager that I've been hinting at. We are also going to be touching the attack, which means we're going to be instantiating enemies. These enemies are going to be prototype enemies, but we are still going to create them in the scene. We're going to add health to them, we're going to add damage from the player to the enemy, and we are going to kill or destroy some enemies. So, let's jump into it. Okay, so we've run into a little bit of an issue. I don't know if you have noticed it, but I noticed it the last time I just did a copy and paste. All of this is exactly the same in everywhere that I'm writing it, and that is a design error. So we are going to rip this out, we're going to grab it, put it into a method, and then we're going to slap that back in here. So the coroutines I've just created are just fade in audio. So when it plays, it sets the volume to 0. When it plays, it slowly turns up to the max volume. And fade volume from pause. So if we pause, maybe we want pause music. This is something Sean and I have done in previous games. So that is where the logic comes from, as I've previously written it. As we move away from like a pause menu, we set the volume back to 0 and then we fade it back in. So that should be it for the sound manager. We have a sound class that has a name, a clip, a volume, a pitch, and then we have a sound manager that creates the audio source for each sound class, then allows us to play, stop, pause, unpause, and fade in and out. So this is really cool. This lets us programmatically change the sound and the music as you hear it. This is really cool, and that's it. All right, on to the next thing. We are going to start creating enemies. So this is going to be a little more visual, maybe a little more fun. Here we go. So this is pretty much what we're looking for. We were looking for trying to get a ray to shoot across. So when we attack, you have to say the attack is kind of projectile that comes out. It will come out in this direction, which is really cool. So as I'm setting up what I think is the perfect attack distance, I'm realizing this all should probably be in the stats manager. So let's run it off this script and put it on that one. All right, let's give this a test and see how this works. So if this all works well, then the player will shoot out a ray, As soon as it hits the enemy, it's going to do damage to the enemy. The enemy's health is currently at 0. Now, the stats manager should throw that up to 10 on start. There we go. All right. So we can jump, we can shoot out this ray, and if all right. Give this one more try. All right, let's go see why this isn't working.
Damn, Mosey.
So what is happening is that we are shooting at a Raycast, and it is coming from inside the player, and then it hits the player, and it comes back as the player was hit and stops. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Raycast array, and we're going to bring in every single thing that Ray hits, all the way down. So hopefully this puts us in a better position. And there we go. I forgot that I deleted my debug message, but the health is going down with every single attack. All right. Oof, crisis averted. All right, perfect. So we have given it health, we have given the player damage, we have made the attack possible, and we've given the enemy a little bit of a death, which we can then add an animation or a particle effect to. Maybe it explodes, maybe it lights on fire, but it gives us that 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then it's gone. So that was fun. All right, well, that is going to be the end of Devtober Week 2, Part 1. We set up the sound manager, we added a player damage, we added enemy health, we added a little bit of an enemy death animation, sort of. We added the logic for it, and then we made sure all of the stats are going to the stats manager. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are a small independent studio. We love games at our heart, and we're making games for you guys, and we really, really would appreciate any support we can get at this time. So don't go too far, and we will see you very soon.